I think she's in now.
Right. Hi, Ms. Reynolds. All right,
Hi, good
one
afternoon.
second. Let me make sure we are live. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Cleveland Avenue Elementary's Go Team meeting, where we will follow the agenda as it has been emailed to you and publicly noted. I would like to remind everyone that this is a meeting of the Go Team, and only members of the team may participate in the discussion. Any members of the public present are here to quietly observe. For members of the Go Team, please identify yourself when you speak. I am pleased to call this meeting of the Cleveland Avenue Elementary Go Team to order at 4:22 p.m. Our first order of business is to call roll. The secretary will now take roll.
All right. Do we have Kenya Jackson, Present. Brilliance Darden,
Present.
Callie Davis, Ebony Isom, Rory Real, Brittany White, that is me, Courtney Reynolds,
Present.
Donna Jenkins,
Present.
Leslie Campbell, and Jasmine Emmanuel.
Present.
A
Now
quorum
this team,
has been established.
perfect. Our first order of business is to approve the agenda. This was provided to you and copies are made available online as well. Are there any changes to the agenda? May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I, Donna Jenkins, make a motion to approve the agenda as presented. I
A
second.
second? Perfect. All in favor, please say aye so the secretary can record your vote.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Agenda approved. Now we will review and approve the meeting minutes from our last meeting. The minutes have been provided to you. Are there any corrections? If there are no corrections, may I have a motion to approve the previous meeting's minutes?
I, Brittany White, motion to approve last meeting's minutes.
A second?
I, Donna Jenkins, second.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay. Okay, the previous minutes have been approved. Our first action item on the agenda, no, our first discussion item on the agenda is to finalize our 2025 through 2030 strategic plan. Dr. Jackson?
Okay. Can you all see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Two. So we just have to finalize the 25 to 2030 strategic plan. This is the last process of the strategic plan that we as a Go team will look at before we move into the budget development process. The major action item that we will have this afternoon is ranking of our strategic objectives. And when I get to that particular slide, there will be a Microsoft form for us to use in order to put the objectives in order from highest to lowest, and that will be what will need to be transferred into our slide for our strategic objectives, ranking from highest to lowest order. Right now, we are going to just review what we've already done. The purpose of the strategic plan is listed there in front of you. It's really aligned to the district strategic plan, but it's from the school level, and it's also grounded on the continuous improvement plan that every school is responsible for creating. The timeline is the 2030 strategic goals and objectives. The timeline that the GO team has presented us is the ranking is due by January 2026. So I'm kind of glad we were able to meet quorum this evening so that we can go ahead and move forward with the budget process after this particular meeting. What you have before you is just a revisit of the 2025-2030 strategic plan. This is the district's overarching strategic plan based off of the 6 goals that you have in front of you. And Dr. Johnson's focus is a community of believers in getting back to the basics. So what we did in the past was we used this district strategic plan in order to create our plan on the local school level. Remember, the GO team's focus is a governance agent, and it's focused on revisiting the mission, vision, and strategic goals on the school level. In the last meeting, we reviewed our proposed mission and vision, and what you have in front of you is what we agreed upon as a team to create for our vision and mission. We also reviewed our proposed goals for 2025 and 2030, and those are the 3 goals that we also use to align to our continuous improvement plan. And then we also identified our 2025-2030 strategic objectives. Today, we will complete the last phase, which is step 5, and it's ranking our strategic objectives for 2026-2027. What I was charged with doing was collecting everything that we've already agreed upon and entering it into one template. So what you have is in the upper left-hand corner, our mission, in the upper right-hand corner, our vision. Then you have our 3 strategic goals outlined right there in the center. And then under each of the district's 6 overarching focus areas of the district strategic plan are our objectives that we agreed upon as a GO team. The first one under we are strengthening our instructional core. Those objectives are focused on implementing standards-based instruction while creating rigorous student learning experiences, and then also incorporating learning time for students to address instructional needs based on data. As it relates to we're caring for every child, we agreed to partner with health and wraparound support organizations to provide wraparound mental health and social emotional support. We are sparking student curiosity. We agreed to promote clubs, competitions, and athletic opportunities to interested K through 5 grade students. On the right-hand side, you'll see our strength. Our strength is our team. Our objective is to build the capacity of kindergarten through 5th grade teachers to deconstruct standards and select effective instructional strategies and measure students' progress. Our responsibility is shared, provide learning opportunities for parents and community members, community partners to support their children with academic and school readiness. And then the last one related to our school is efficient and effective. We agreed to increase students' access to electronic instructional materials and resources to utilize with students' devices beyond the instructional day. Right now, we will need to take action to vote on the new 2025-2030 strategic plan. After the motion and a second, the GO team may have additional discussions if needed. Once the discussion is concluded, the GO team will vote. So I will go back to the template so that you can review it again, and then pass it over to you, Ms. Emmanuel, so you can start the voting process.
Okay, may I have a motion to approve the 2025 to 2030 strategic plan?
This is
I,
Courtney.
Donna,
I'm sorry.
no, you can go ahead.
Good. Okay. This is Courtney Reynolds. I move that we approve the strategic plan as printed.
Perfect. A second?
I, Donna Jenkins, second that motion.
Any opposed? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Perfect.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, strategic plan approved.
Awesome. And again, before I do proceed with the next few slides, those strategic objectives will help us in keeping those as our focus areas when we begin to discuss the budget development process. And any changes to the budget that needs to be made will need to be refocused on what we agreed upon as our objectives. So if there's no discussion further as far as voting, since we've already approved the current strategic plan, if you were able to click the QR code or the link, it's now time for us to rank the objectives in preparation for the budget development process. And you're going to rank them in order from highest to lowest as far as what you feel should be most important all the way down to the lowest of importance as it compares to the other objectives. Let me know if you're not able to access the form.
I have a question. Is it possible to put the link in the chat?
I was
Let's
just about to ask
see.
that.
Yes, I'm getting ready to put it in there now.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Actually, Dr. Jackson, I'm trying to click it in the
It won't
slides.
work.
Is it a link in the slide?
Um, Let me see. Like, why won't let me? Maybe because I'm sharing my screen, you think?
Yes, maybe because I was trying to click it just from the slideshow and it won't let me click it.
Okay. Let me stop sharing for 1 second. All right, I'm gonna see if I can put it in the chat now. You see it?
Yes, thank you.
Are we able to click back to the slide that shows them up under the district's strategic goals or plans? I think it's like the previous slide.
Okay. Do you see my screen?
I'm not sure. It's still on the okay, it's moving.
Wait a minute. Go back.
Go back.
That one?
That one right there. Thank you.
Okay, I think I see 3 responses. I see Miss Emmanuel, Miss Reynolds, Miss Jenkins. I do see your responses here. I think we need 2 more, and then that way we can show the results. Miss White, I see you. Miss Darden, are you able to respond? I don't know if Miss Darden's driving or not, if she's safe to respond. Do we need more time or should I share the responses?
I think we may need to just go ahead and share the responses. I'll check the chat
Okay.
and see if Ms. Darden is responding there.
Okay. Let me stop sharing with this one. Okay, Miss Emmanuel, do you see the Microsoft form?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it looks like the responses that you should be able to see right now are the responses from the Go team members already ranked for us. I don't know if that view is better than the bar graph here.
I like the bar graph view right here.
Yeah, I do
If you can zoom,
too.
yeah, if you can just zoom in
Yeah.
maybe your screen a little bit more.
Okay, I
Yep.
will. Let me see. I'm gonna go back a little bit more because I'm sharing my screen so I can't see how you see. Is that a little bit better?
Yes, that's perfect. I agree with this ranking. It's pretty much almost the way that I ranked it as well.
I agree. I like the ranking. Looks good.
Okay. So going back to the presentation. So what I will do is I will take the results of the Microsoft form and at the bottom you'll see the objectives already there. They're not in order. I just put them there in order for me to easily put them in ranked order after we receive the results from the Microsoft form. So before I finalize the presentation this afternoon, I will use the results from the Microsoft form in order to put these in order so that we can have everything aligned to the data that we have reflected from the form. And these strategic plan objectives will be used again to help us when determining the alignment of the budget process when we get to that point. The Go team now needs to take action on its ranked strategic plan objectives. And then after the motion and a second, the Go team may have additional discussion if needed. Did you want me to put the rankings back up?
Yes, that'll be good. And then
Yes,
I'll make a
please.
motion.
Okay. Can you see them?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can I have a motion to approve the strategic plan rankings as shown on the screen?
I, Donna Jenkins, make a motion to approve the strategic plan ranking.
A second?
I second.
Okay, cool.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed,
Aye.
please. Perfect. All opposed, please say nay. Okay. The strategic plan objective, as ranked on the screen, has been approved.
All right, awesome. So where will we be going next? At our next meeting, we will begin the discussion of the 26-27 budget. Let me or the chair know if you have any additional information you need for any future discussions. I will tell you that the next meeting as it relates to the budget will probably not include specifics related to the budget because budget conferences for our principals do not begin until towards the end of February. So if our next Go team meeting happens prior to the end of February, it would just be a generalized budget as a generalized budget meeting as it relates to funding and the changes within the district, but it won't be related to staffing changes because those meetings that principals have to attend will not occur until the end of February. So we'll have another budget meeting prior to that before I'm able to discuss any staffing changes with the GO team. So just a little while longer before we get to that particular point. But it is important to note that before we get to public comment, it is important to note that there is a training session this evening, the last training session for GO team members at 5:30. It's on Zoom, and it is a mandatory GO team budget training facilitated by the district just to make sure that every GO team member attends the budget training to understand a little bit more about the district's budget initiatives and what has changed from last year to this year, and how the district created the new budget guidelines for principals to follow. So from what I was advised, every GO team member must attend this particular training in order to be knowledgeable about the budget process as relates for this year, because it's different from how it's been done in the past. This is the last one that I know of right now, and it's today at 5:30. So I'm not sure which member of the GO team member probably still needs to attend that, but I would want you to go ahead and get it over with before we have our next budget meeting.
Yes, I do plan to be there. Is this new? Because I would just want to make sure I'm keeping up with everything. The budget trainings that have been communicated recently, is that something new, or did they put this out like early last semester and I somehow missed it?
It's new. It's new this year. This particular budget training discussion is new this year because the budget this year is so different from how it's been done in the past, and they felt like it would be easier for the district leads to facilitate a training so that everybody hears the same thing the same way and have a better understanding of what changes were implemented this year for the budget versus what those changes were in the past. So there have been some changes to how principals can utilize budget funding and things like, security grants and stuff like that. Those conversations would take place in your training so that everybody can hear it the same way, and principals won't have to lean into their own understanding in order to redeliver this to GO team meetings. So it is very new.
Yes, and I'll make plans to try to attend the meetings today. I was just making sure because I think I started seeing language like last week, and I was trying to
Yeah,
see, is that something that I missed? Because just time wise, like it's just not a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
time, for
I
people who.
agree.
Okay, just making sure I didn't
I
miss
agree because I
anything.
had
I'll
to
be
jump
sure
on
to
it
get.
last night, and I was like,
I'll give some feedback to whoever, just to kind of, so they can hopefully communicate things in advance
absolutely.
so we can make sure we're present. Thank you.
Especially if they want everybody to attend and make it mandatory, like, you got to give people time. So I do agree with that, Ms. Jenkins, and
Okay.
share that feedback as well. I
I
will
will.
say that it was a semi-lengthy meeting, so, there
Mhm.
were a lot of questions, a lot of beneficial questions being asked from a lot of the other, because it's not just for Cleveland, it's for everybody. So it was a lot of beneficial questions being asked. So I paid attention to the chat a lot just to kind of gauge what questions and answers were being asked. So it was very helpful, but it was a little lengthy.
Dr.
Good
Jackson,
deal.
I had a quick question about our next last few meetings because I see we only have two scheduled. We have February 11th and March 11th, but I don't know if the budget planning process is going to be different this year, but will it be wise for us to reschedule the February meeting until after you have your budget for the school finalized? Because we can't have, I guess the last meeting will be the finalization, which would be March 11th. But if we did not hear all of the staffing plans and plans for the school with the
Right.
budget, we can't finalize
Mhm.
that and hear it in the last
And
meeting.
we usually have two meetings, right? Am I not mistaken?
Yeah, it's normally two when it comes to
The
finalizing the
budget.
budget.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
I,
a very good question, but I will say
Mhm.
last night in the training, they did say that schools had to have their first budget meeting prior to a particular date. And from what I understood, we were really, if we keep our meeting scheduled for the February meeting that we have, we will be aligned with meeting their deadline. If we reschedule it, we won't. But I do understand with what you're saying, that's a very good question. And if you can ask that at the training tonight, that might be helpful, Miss Emanuel, because maybe they're not quite aware that their timeline that they're giving us for having the budget meeting in response to the budget training may not allow for enough time for us to really go through the budget process as it relates to what you all did last year, because I'm not really familiar with that process of what you all did last year. But that's a really good question that I think will probably be best for you to ask them at the training tonight.
Yeah, I would also, I guess maybe trying to figure out what's the penalty if we don't have the meeting before they say have the meeting. Because I
Good
know for
question.
sure at serving on the Go team for the past couple of years, the budget Go team meetings is always at least two of them. Because in the first one, there are questions, things come up, it's like a lot of deliberation, and it's a thing where we table things and then we come back and figure things out. We come back with answers to questions that we may have had that influence the decisions on the budget. So I really just feel like that February 11 meeting is not a good idea.
Yep, I totally agree. I know my conference with the associate superintendent is not until the end of February. So that timeline that they're providing us doesn't seem to really be enough time for us to, go through things, because if I haven't had an approval process from the associate superintendent, I don't know like what we will be able to discuss at the February 11th meeting.
Hypothetical,
Right. Yeah.
absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and that's what
Yeah.
my question was. Okay.
Yeah. But I don't want to answer that because I really don't know their process. So that's why I said maybe that's something you all can ask tonight at the training and see if we can get a better understanding of whether they'll be willing to give us some flexibility with moving that next meeting and moving their timeline for us back a little bit more to give us more time.
Okay, I will.
Okay. I'm not sure, Miss Emmanuel, if there's been any responses for public comment.
No, ma'am, no responses.
Okay. Well, the only announcement I had was related to the budget training. Like I mentioned before, it is via Zoom, and hopefully you've received a link by now to attend the training. Please ask as many questions as you can, and really pay attention to that chat, because there were a lot of questions being asked in the chat that weren't like spoken in the meeting. So if it's the same format, pay attention to the chat as well, so that you don't miss any of the questions that might come up. And then that's all I have. So I do thank you for your flexibility. I know it's been a long day and we had some technical issues, but we did it like we always do. We pull through.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You all have a good evening, and I'll get the presentation, Miss Emmanuel, updated and shared out.
Okay, thank you.
All
And
right.
I'm sorry, Miss White. The meeting is adjourned at 4:55.
Thank you, everyone.